Welcome back to Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, this series. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the things Marcus says about values and purpose. If you haven't seen the first video of this series, please watch it first. The link is in the description. In that video, I cover who Marcus Aurelius was and the basics of Stoicism. That video will give you a good foundation for the rest of the videos in this series. Alright, let's jump right in. First, Stoics are big believers in living by your values and beliefs, no matter what, because at the end of the day, that's what defines you. Not what happened to you, not how much money you have, but how you've responded to those challenges that test you in life. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm also going to talk about purpose. Stoics are not lackadaisical as some tend to believe. They don't just sit idly by. They have plans, purpose, and meaning in their life. So let's kick it off with a great quote from Marcus. Always speak the truth freely and without disguise, and do the things which are agreeable to law and according to the worth of each. Show those qualities then which are altogether in thy power: sincerity, gravity, endurance of labor, aversion to pleasure, contentment with thy portion and with few things, benevolence, frankness, no love of superfluity, freedom from trifling magnanimity. Dost thou not see how many qualities thou art immediately able to exhibit, in which there is no excuse of natural incapacity and unfitness? Be like the promontory against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the waters around it. So what Marcus is saying there, at least my understanding, is to always speak the truth. Being truthful is so much easier. You don't have to come up with elaborate lies, and you don't have to remember them. Take it from me, when you lie, you will be caught eventually. Just ask my wife. Lying also just feels shitty. It detracts from your own self-worth and character. Have the courage to be a person of truth. Additionally, stick to your values and do not be easily swayed. There is nothing stopping you from living by your values, like benevolence, courage, kindness, authenticity, and so on, right now. And no matter what happens to you, always live by your values. If you don't, then what are you? Next, Marcus speaks about service. I shall turn my efforts to the common interest and divert them from the contrary. Now, if these things are done so, life must flow on happily. Just as thou mayest observe that life of a citizen is happy, who continues a course of action which is advantageous to his fellow citizens and is content with whatever the state may assign to him. Whatever your purpose, it should be to serve the common interest somehow. If you do that, things will flow happily for you. So many greats like the Dalai Lama, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and so on tell us to live a life of service. There are three people that get a boost of love when you do a good deed: the person you're helping, yourself, and the person who hears about it or sees it. You see, serving others is as beneficial to others as it is to you. So, are you in service or are you out of service? Marcus goes on to say, For if these things are according to nature, rejoice in them, and they will be easy to thee. If thou workest that which is before thee, following right reason seriously, vigorously, calmly, without allowing anything else to distract thee, but keeping thy divine part pure, as if thou shouldest be bound to give it back immediately, if thou holdest to this, expecting nothing, fearing nothing, but satisfied with thy present activity according to nature, and with heroic truth in every word and sound which thou utterest, thou wilt live happy. And there is no man who is able to prevent this. Your purpose needs to be in alignment with nature, or said in another way, your purpose should serve the greater good in some capacity. It should not be a selfish pursuit. If you follow your true calling, according to nature, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, things will come easily. The universe has a weird way of opening doors for you which were not there before if you follow your passion, your calling, the thing which you love doing. And no, it's not sitting on the couch watching TV all day. If you're unsure of what your purpose is, I have a link in the description to another video that will help you discover what it is. You know why people go through life miserable? Because they don't know their life's purpose. They've never sat down and actually tried to figure out what they want in life, what they really want, not superficially or materialistically, but what they really, truly desire. Some actually know what they want, but they're too scared to pursue it. You have to, as Joseph Campbell says, follow your bliss. So again, if you're unsure of what you want or what your purpose is, watch that video. Also, when Marcus said, "If thou workest that which is before thee, following a right reason, seriously, vigorously, without allowing anything else to distract thee," he is saying the same thing that productivity research is saying today. Multitasking is a lie. If you really want to get shit done, work hard on one thing, the one thing you can do now, the one thing in front of you. Focus on that task at hand without distraction. Hard work, patience, and persistence are needed. Next, Marcus says, "On the occasion of every act, ask thyself, how is this with respect to me? Shall I repent of it? A little time and I am dead, and all is gone." Ask yourself, is what I'm doing and thinking right now helping me fulfill my purpose? Life is short, so stop wasting your time and focus on what's important. Examine the actions you take throughout the day and make sure they are helping you grow and prosper. Constantly ask yourself, is this action or thought good for me? Is it in alignment with my purpose? This is repeated throughout this series. Stop wasting your time away. We only have a finite amount. Just to drive it home, Marcus also said, "Thou wilt give thyself relief, if thou doest every act of thy life as if it were the last. Since it is possible that thou mayest depart from life this very moment, regulate every act and thought accordingly." Next, what then is worth being valued? To be received with clapping of hands? No. Neither must we value the clapping of tongues, for the praise which comes from the many is a clapping of tongues. Suppose then that thou hast given up this worthless thing called fame. What remains that is worth valuing? This, in my opinion, to move thyself and to restrain thyself in conformity to thy proper constitution, to which end both all employments and arts lead. For every art aims at this, that the thing which has been made should be adapted to the work for which it has been made. What is success to you? Do you think it's fame and praise? No, it's not. Fame and praise are absolutely pointless. Do you think it's owning lots of stuff? Again, no. Success is doing what you love, pursuing your dreams, and being happy. How do you get there? Do what you have been made for, your purpose. Again, the difference between people with purpose and without purpose in their life is astounding. See Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning, on that, or check out my animated summary, link is in the description. People who have identified their purpose in life and pursue it are much happier than most. They're not aiming at happiness or success. They're doing what they love, something that contributes to a greater cause. Success and happiness are a byproduct of that. As George Bernard Shaw said, the secret of being miserable is to have the leisure to bother about whether you are happy or not. So get out there, get busy in what you love. Get so busy doing what you love that you don't have the time to think about if you're happy or not. Marcus goes on to say, "As those who try to stand in thy way when thou art proceeding according to right reason will not be able to turn thee aside from thy proper action. So neither let them drive thee from thy benevolent feelings towards them. If you're following your true purpose, no one will be able to stop you no matter how hard they try. Don't hate them for it, for they know not what they do. Show compassion, but also steadfast to your purpose and mission in life." Next, these things are all things we've heard before. Don't lie, don't act against your values, and so on. But to hear it in Marcus's words is something special. And I quote, "He then who lies intentionally is guilty of impiety, inasmuch as he acts unjustly by deceiving. He who does wrong against himself. He who acts unjustly to himself. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Simple principles to live by, but people just can't seem to do it. Do not lie, for it is against your nature and purpose and will only bring you trouble. Additionally, when you lie, you are not only hurting others, but you're also hurting yourself. It's a lose-lose situation. Never value anything as profitable to thyself which shall compel thee to break thy promise, to lose thy self-respect, to hate any man, to suspect, to curse, to act the hypocrite, to desire anything which needs walls and curtains, to love my kin, and to love truth, and to love justice. Never do anything which is against your values. And let's wrap it up with one of my favorite quotes. No longer talk at all about the kind of man that a good man ought to be, but be such. Actions speak louder than words, so instead of talking about it, just do it. Alright, that's it for Marcus on values and purpose. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.